Since audio is one of the most, if not the most important part of your webinars, we talk a lot about audio on this YouTube channel. So today we're having a battle between our two favorite wireless microphones, the Rode Wireless Go and the Sennheiser EW100 G3. Let's go! First of all, let's refresh our memory and take a look at what a wireless mic is. A wireless mic set consists of two elements. You have the transmitter and you have the receiver. And even though these look identical, they are actually very different. The transmitter transmits the audio signal into a radio frequency that goes to the receiver. After that, the receiver converts it back into the audio signal and into your desired software. Now it's time to show you the mics we're going to test today. Our first mic is the Rode Wireless Go. This microphone is very easy to use. You don't have to do much to start recording. You just need to plug the cable of the receiver in your camera or audio equipment and you are good to go. No need to check a lot of settings, no need to pair the transmitter to the receiver, and you don't even need a lavalier mic because there is a built-in omnidirectional mic in the transmitter of the Rode Wireless Go. Now let's look at the Sennheiser EW100 G3. Unlike the Rode Wireless Go, the Sennheiser isn't plug and play. You just need to select a frequency and the so-called bank to connect the transmitter to the receiver. But just because it isn't plug and play and has a lot more options doesn't mean it's less great. Because of all these options, it's been an audio standard in broadcasting and other events for years. To show you all the options and the setup, let's move on to the demos. Yes, on to the demos, and I'm going to start with the Rode Wireless Go. But before I begin the demo, you might have noticed that there's a change in audio. And that's because I switched from the Rode Wireless Go to the Sennheiser EW100 G3 microphone that I've connected to our Focusrite Scarlett interface. So if you want to compare the two sounds, just listen to this demo, and after that the outro will be recorded with the Rode Wireless Go. But it's time for a short demo of the Rode Wireless Go, because on our YouTube channel there's a full video dedicated to the Rode Wireless Go, so check it out. But for this small demo, right here you see I have four components. I have the cable already plugged in the receiver. I have then the receiver, the transmitter and an external lavalier microphone, which is the Rode SmartLav. So let's turn on the receiver, and on the top of the receiver you will find a button which turns the receiver on. And as you can see already, it's searching for something, and of course it's searching for our transmitter. And on the bottom of the transmitter there is the on button. So press the button, hold it for a couple of seconds, and as soon as you see these two blue lights on the display of the receiver, you can see that there is audio being transmitted to the receiver. And you might think, well, how is that possible since our microphone is laying right here? Well, that's because inside the transmitter there is a built-in omnidirectional microphone located on the top. So what you can do is you can just clip the microphone onto your shirt, plug this cable inside of your camera, and there you have it. You have an external microphone, which is the Rode Wireless Go. And then I want to show another thing, because on the display of the receiver you will find a lot of information. You will find if it's connected, of course, to the transmitter. You have RX and TX. Of course, RX is the receiver, TX is the transmitter. You can see the battery levels, you can see the brightness of the display, and of course you can see how loud the audio is being recorded. And here on the bottom of the receiver you have a button to pair it. Well, if you take it outside of the box, the first time Rode already paired it, so you don't have to pair the transmitter to the receiver. But in case you do need to do that, the button is right here, and here is the decibel button as well. And on the transmitter you don't have a lot of options other than a connection to connect an external microphone. You can see if it's paired to the receiver right here, and the battery. If the battery light starts blinking, of course, you need to charge it. And the way you charge it is via USB-C, and it will work with any USB-C cable to a USB-A cable. And that's all there is really to tell you. Well, that's not all there is to tell you, but like I said, I have a full video dedicated to the Rode Wireless Go if you want to learn more about as well the Rode SmartLav and the Rode Wireless Go. So, on to the demonstration of the Sennheiser EW100 G3. So now it's time to demonstrate the Sennheiser EW100 G3 wireless mic set. Just like with the Rode Wireless Go, I have a couple of components. I have the transmitter, I have the receiver, I have a Sennheiser ME2 clip-on microphone connected to the transmitter, and I have an XLR cable that goes to the receiver and then to the Focusrite Scarlett interface, like the demonstration or the audio clip that you just heard from the Sennheiser. So let's turn on these components, and you do that by opening the case on the side, and here you will find an on and off button and a set button. Well, press the on and off button and the display starts to light up. Same holds true for the receiver. And there we go. And now I want to show you how you can pair the transmitter to the receiver. What you do is on the receiver, you can press the set button right here, and with the arrow buttons, you need to search for easy setup. Once you have found easy setup, hit set again, and then go to scan a new list. Press set again, and right now the receiver is scanning the new list via the frequency it allows now. On the back, while it's scanning, on the back of the receiver, you will see, if you can see it, that the frequency range is B and that it goes from 626 to 668. And if we look at the display, you will see 626 and 668. So what we're going to do next is, once this is done with searching, we need to select a bank and we need to select a channel. And I will show you in a bit. There we go. Now we need to select a bank. And as you can see, we need to select a bank. So I will choose bank 5. And I will go with channel 6, which is 654,300 as a frequency. So press set, and now it is stored. But now we have a different frequency on the receiver than on the transmitter. So now we need to pair the two. Luckily, you can do this in two ways. One is very easy. It's like an automatic with infrared, and that is the one that I'm going to show you. But you can also just go through the list and select the frequency that you just chose. But I'm going to show you the easy way. So click set again. It's stored, and then we need to find the sync option in the menu. And as you can see right here, this right here is an infrared sensor. So once you found sync, press set again, and then grab your transmitter, exit, yes, and then look for the infrared sensor on the transmitter as well. And all you need to do is just put these together, and I see a big check mark on the receiver, which means that is connected. And once you've done that, you can easily check the displays to see if both transmitter and the receiver are on the same frequency. So let me have a look right here. The transmitter is on 650,200 and the receiver is at 65200, so they are connected. Another way to check it is to press one of the buttons to go to the second display menu, and you will see that the bank is 5 and the channel is 1. And on the receiver as well, you can see right here, the bank is 5 and the channel is 1. So now you have successfully connected the transmitter to the receiver. On to the other subject, which is the squelch. Squelch is a very difficult topic, but I'll try to explain it very simple. What squelch does is, it has to do with the signal strength to the transmitter and the receiver. So if you have your squelch very low, you can have more distance between the transmitter and the receiver, because you can see squelch as a type of threshold. And once it's reached that threshold, you don't get white noise, but you just have a muted sound, so you don't have sudden white noise in your recording. And if you set your squelch to low, the distance can be longer because the threshold is lower. And if you set your squelch to high, you can't have much distance because it will reach that threshold sooner. So if you set your squelch to low, like we do always at the office, you can have more distance between the transmitter and the receiver. And also if you have a signal that is stronger and you are working with squelch, then you can have some interference. But if you set your squelch correctly, that won't happen. The way you set that on the receiver is you go to set and you just find squelch, press set again, and you can set it to low, medium or high. But like I said, I always have it on low so I can have the most distance. So set it to low, press set, and it says right here that it's stored. Now there are a lot of other options that you can have with or you can change with the wireless set from Sennheiser, the 100 EW-G3, but I will go over some other settings or options with this microphone. Like on the transmitter, you have a button that you can change to mute, and then your transmitter is muted so there won't be any audio. This is great if you work with a lot of videos or other persons talking, or you have a break in between like your webinar. You can set it to mute and there is no audio going to the receiver, so you won't have an accidental conversation with someone that is audible in your webinar. So this is great as well, but please be aware that your presenter doesn't accidentally switch on the mute button and you don't have any more audio. So here is my final conclusion on both the Rode Wireless Go and the Sennheiser EW100G3. And I will start with the Rode Wireless Go. The Rode Wireless Go is a very easy to use wireless mic set. Like I just showed you, it is plug and play and you don't have a lot of difficult options like with the Sennheiser. And also the Rode Wireless Go is a lot smaller than the Sennheiser. So it's great if you are on the road or just instantly, without any preparation, want to record something. The Rode Wireless Go is great, especially since you have that internal microphone on the transmitter. And also the Rode Wireless Go set comes at a price of 210 USD as of today. So if you want a very easy to use and plug and play solution to record your audio, go for the Rode Wireless Go. However, if you want the best audio quality and you work with a more professional setup and you are a bit more technically skilled, definitely go for the Sennheiser EW100G3 because of all those options, it will give you a better audio quality, in my opinion, than the Rode Wireless Go. So if you want a very professional setup and you like to set things perfectly and you don't want things like cable noise, or you work in a big studio with a lot of different tools or materials or other gear, you really need a professional mic set like the Sennheiser, because you can easily get away with those interference or white noise. And also you have like the mute option, like I told you. And also with the Sennheiser you have these things. These things are locked plugs. So if your person or the presenter is moving a lot, the cable doesn't get suddenly pulled out, which is very great, because I will tell you a very short story. Before I started working here at WebinarGeek, I have worked with this set as well, and I worked with people who did move a lot, and we didn't have those locked plugs microphone, and all the time the cable gets pulled out and there is white noise and no audio, and it was terrible. So I am a big fan of the locked plugs. So my personal opinion, if you're curious, goes to the Sennheiser EW100G3 set. But if you want an easy to use plug and play and you want to record immediately, go for the Wireless Go set. And also there is a newer version of the G3 set called the G4, and everything I just told you is also relatable to the G4 set. The G3 set for the last time I checked was 850 USD. So it is more expensive than the Rode Wireless Go, but you do get a very professional microphone set that you can work with forever and ever. Oh yeah, and also as a tip, The Sennheiser set doesn't have a USB charger like the Rode Wireless Go, but you can use these rechargeable AA batteries to always power your Sennheiser set. So that is my final conclusion. If you enjoyed this video and you want to learn more about webinars, on how to host them, what gear to use and what it is like to work at a tech startup, subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to click like on this video and hit that notification bell. And let me know, what is your favorite wireless microphone? Thank you so much for watching and we'll see you on the next one. Bye!